So I'm here about to load my last load of feed, and this was just dropped off to me. It's the new brochure for DFA grazing. DFA, Dairy Farmers of America, they just had their annual meeting in Kansas City a week or two ago, and the guy that runs DFA grazing, he dropped this off for me to keep. And the reason being is because we're in it. That's me on that side and my dad right there in the middle. Those are our cows. And those are our cows there. But it's got a little cool pull-out deal to get more out of your resources. Seasonal management, land management, seed planting, maximizing assets, and where do you start. So it's got a phone number, and it's got their website. It's dfagrazing.com. The guy there, Mike Lamborn, he can help you out and point you in the right direction of if you have any questions or you need some help or anything like that. I'm pretty good friends with him, so I can give him a shout. And if I'm second guessing myself, or if I'm not too sure if we're ready to go 24 hours or whatever, I just give him a holler, and he helps me through it. So yeah, if you are needing some help, give him a call. Or best yet, check out their website, dfagrazing.com. Alright, so we're gonna mix up our last load of feed here, and then it's kind of been a little bit of chaos the last few days trying to get everything done. Yesterday afternoon we went and got the fertilizer truck. It's been sitting for a few months. We got it over, we changed the oil in it, put a new air filter in it, and then I was walking around it, and we were just looking it over. The truck's getting kind of rusted out, the back of the frame from all the fertilizer. Yeah, so realized that the brake had a broken bolt. Brake calipers had a broken bolt, and we were going to try to fix it ourselves, but it was getting dark by the time we got done with the oil change and everything. And then with all the chores and stuff that had to be done in the morning, and we're getting fertilized this afternoon, we decided to run it over to the 533, which is two brothers that run a mechanic shop on big trucks. They do all the work themselves. Ran it over there. They got it in. On the way over there, the bearing on the drive shaft went out. So I forgot what you call those. I can't think. But it's got the drive shaft out of the engine, and it has a little bearing housing to hold the drive shaft up. That went out. So they went ahead and fixed it too. It only took them, man, like 3 hours probably to get it all fixed. Went and got it back over here. I believe I just saw it move a while ago, so I think my dad's greasing it up right now, and he is waiting for the phone call that the fertilizer is ready, so we can go pick it up, and then we'll start putting out fertilizer. So that's where the video is going to start. It's going to be yesterday afternoon, getting the truck started, getting it actually started up fairly easy for sitting for a few months, and then got it over, did the oil change, stuff like that. Then I think the next clip would be going to pick it up, and then here we are right now. So, oh my god, it's already 2:45. There's not enough time in the day, so I think as soon as, hopefully this afternoon, I'm putting out some fertilizer. Okay, we got the fertilizer truck here. It's a International 4700 T44E. The better engine is the 466, but it was an unbelievable price. My dad and my grandfather went to an auction in Oklahoma, Idabel. I was in a Brinkley auction, and to get a grain drill, this was, oh man, 7-8 years ago, and they came up on this, or well, the auctioneer came up on this. He started off at 15,000. Nobody bid on it. It went down to 10,000. Nobody bid on it. Went down to 5,000. And when he started to bid at 5,000, my grandfather took off running with his hand up in the air. I can't remember exactly what he paid for it. It wasn't maybe 8,000, something like that. And it had a brand new bed on it at the time, and just the bed and the plumbing was 12,000. So right now we got the oil draining, and Dad's getting filters. Went down to get filters, and we just realized we got a broken bolt on the brake pad over there. I had to fix that. Oh. So we'll get started on this. We already got oil draining though, and already pulled the oil filter off. Yeah, so that 444, it's a little underpowered, but it does good enough. 4C6 would be nice, but yeah, couldn't beat the price. So yeah, all right, we'll get started on it now. And so we're leaving the 533. That's where we're taking our trucks to get them fixed. Yeah, so I had a bearing go out just right before we pulled in their driveway on the drive shaft, and then had the broken bolt in the brake. So they got it all fixed for us. Gonna drive this back, and then I think my dad's gonna head to get the fertilizer. And then we'll get to putting out fertilizer later. Alright, we got 24 tons on that trailer, almost 24 tons. So, maybe it's enough to do about 320 acres or so, something like that. We're headed down to the field down the road that's 40 acres. We're going to do there first, and then probably end up having tomorrow making a lap all the way around the countryside doing the rest of them. So this hayfield up here is about 2 miles from the dairy barn. I was trying to remember how long we've had it. It's been at least 15-20 years. I think all our hayfields we've had for at least that long, if not longer. So, oh man, it's got some dips and some low spots. It's going to be kind of nerve-wracking, but because it's still kind of wet. So we're putting out a 50-foot swath on the low speed on the chain. The density is 60 pounds per cubic feet. So we're wanting to put out 150 pounds, so we need to be at 1.5. Right there. 1 inch of door opening is 100. 2 inch is 200. So we're going to be right at 1.5. I was drawing a blank earlier on what that bearing's called. I think it's called a carrier bearing, but I'm still not 100% sure. But that bearing right there went out on the way to that shop to fix the brake on the other side. Anyway, I think that's what it's called. I don't know. Just keep drawing a blank. Just happens that we already have it on 1.5 inches. Oh man, better read that now. 2 3/4 for nitrate. So we need this at 2 3/4. And there's a chart. It's 1, 2, 3. It's about 2 3/4 for this right here. So we're good to go there. PTO switch right here. Alright, so set GPS up, 50 foot. All this other stuff is just a bunch of blah blah blah. Distance, too far. I don't think distance really matters, but since we're spreading out both directions, we want it on 25. Doing a new field pattern, we're going straight. So it's ready to go. I just need to mark a line here in a minute. Let's see. I'm going to turn the PTO on. Keep my momentum. I'll mark A here. When I get to the other end, I'll mark B, and then I'll have my lines. off of. It's definitely still soft. Well, you see how deep this is? Here's my pocket. That's some pretty good stuff right there. Now the whole field's not like this. It's just spots. I mean, the whole field's got ryegrass on it. Yeah. It is starting to throw a seed head. But all this is volunteer rye. So this wasn't planted. There's no cost in putting the seeds out, no nothing. This is all volunteer. You know, just so a little bit of fertilizer and let me get one. It's the whole plant right there. Yeah, I mean, if the whole field looked like this, we'd be down here cutting it now. But obviously out there, it's just ankle to shin deep, and for whatever reason, there's this whole little strip, and there's a strip down there that is knee deep or higher. But yeah, we gotta get going, so I'll explain more in the truck. That's pretty good. I know some cows that would come and lay down in the middle of that and just start eating, not even get up. Now this volunteer rye, right now, I mean, everywhere I look has volunteer on it. I've seen some guys that are more custom hay balers, or they're cutting coastal hay and selling it, that they've sprayed it to kill it. You can't really bale this stuff dry, or like a dry hay bale. It kind of turns into like a straw that's on an end of a broom. And cows don't like it, they don't like to eat it. But if you can bale it wet, that's the other thing is you have a heck of a time baling it or cutting it and getting it to dry out to bale it dry. But if you can cut it and bale it green, wrap it for baleage, or even chop it for silage, it's pretty good stuff. So, like I said, there's no cost. There's no cost of planting it. There's no cost for the seeds. It's here for the taking. So take it. Yeah. Some years on this volunteer it's better than others. A couple years, last year we didn't have hardly anything. I'm not really sure why. I mean, you know, the fall and the winter, it's got to work out just right for it to grow. And yeah, so last year we didn't have hardly anything. This year we're covered up. There's been other years that that 125 acre field on the other side of town has made 600-700 bales of it. So today, taking this truck and going to get it worked on, and you know, me and my dad were driving around and seen some guys had on their hay fields had a lot of volunteer, and we were talking about, man, I sure hope they don't spray that out and kill it. A couple other places we drove by that they had already sprayed it and killed it, and we were like, no. So yeah. There are weeds in here, obviously, too, but I mean, we're running on a deadline, so I think we just opened three lines of baleage, so that's 120 in a line where they're at. 360 bales. Yeah, so we got probably 400 bales, 400 to 420 bales left, and then we're out. We feed about 10 bales a day. So 45 days from now. Today's the 27th. Let's see. So yeah, today's over with. So May 13th or 14th off the top of my head, all our baleage will be gone. So we need to get this stuff grown, hopefully cut and baled around April 15th. Let it sit in the plastic for 2 weeks, and then be ready to feed it out. You gotta let it sit in the plastic for 14 to 21 days to let everything cure out. That way there's no, you know, any type of toxin, you know, any toxins or anything like that left in it. Well, that field's done. We'll head back to the dairy and see if load up another one or just wait till tomorrow. Well, that's going to do it for this video. Please comment, rate, and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.